Good day, everyone. My name is Poitumelo Mukwena, your social sciences presenter. We are on history today, and our topic will be about Nelson Mandela as a leader. So today we are going to be learning from Nelson Mandela as a leader. Yesterday, we looked at the qualities of being a leader, right? The qualities of being a leader. So who can tell me more about the things we did yesterday about leaders, on what is a leader, what are the qualities of a leader? We have Michaela.
Ma'am, what we learned yesterday about leaders, we said leaders can be helpful to people. Leaders can be selfless.
Yes. Is that all?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Michaela. We have Minenhle.
Ma'am, a leader is someone that is going to be taking care of the other people, but then some leaders cannot provide everything that people need. And leaders have courage and they are brave. And if the people disagree with the leaders, and the leaders will have no worries, but then they first have to try the people's ideas so they can make even a better leader. And
That's
leaders,
true.
yes, they listen to their people and they take most care of them. And the needy children, they put them in orphanages and they will provide with everything that they have, even if it was very expensive.
Thank you, Minenhle.
Most welcome.
Zoe.
A good leader, it doesn't care for him or herself. They care for other people and they risk losing important things just to help their community.
Perfect.
And good leaders don't always think that their ideas are better. They first try their community's idea, and then if they're not good ideas, then the leader will have to decide whether it's a good idea or a bad idea.
Yes, thank you, Zoe. Zoe. Trish. Trish.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Yes.
What did you learn about yesterday?
Leaders have important qualities
Yes.
in their characters in order to lead people.
Yes.
Some of the qualities of listen to what people need before making decisions and stand up for what is right.
That is correct. Thank you, Trish.
Okay.
Yes, guys, yesterday we learned about the qualities of being a leader. We learned that a good leader listens, a good leader works for the people, A good leader works with a team. A good leader has courage. Okay, a good leader is also brave. Okay, a good leader will take risk. Okay, and a good leader is dedicated to others. All right, so today we are going to be learning from Nelson Mandela. I want one person to tell me about Nelson Mandela. Okay, what do you know about Nelson Mandela? Who is Nelson Mandela? Nelson Mandela. Okay, I'm gonna have Zoe.
Ma'am, Nelson Mandela was the president of South Africa.
Yes.
The first black president of South Africa.
That's true. He was the first black president of South Africa. Thank you very much, Zoe. Okay, we have Minenhle as well. Let me just take her. Minenhle.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay, and yourself?
And I'm good.
Thank
Nelson
you.
Mandela was the first black president in South Africa, and Nelson Mandela actually first thought that the white president declared was
Yes.
making some decisions about all the black people must stay out of the country. And as Mandela grew up, he thought about all the things that had been happening, and he also thought about the youth, and he actually cared about everyone. He as he grew older, he decided that he wanted to be elected as president. So, and he became the first black president in South Africa, and he made more right decisions than de Klerk. And so that's how South Africa came to unite with the white people.
Yes, that's when South Africa became a democratic country. Thank you, Minenhle. Thank you very much. Okay, on the group chat, who Unati says apartheid. Okay, so you know Nelson Mandela because of apartheid. Yes, we are also going to learn about that. Nelson Mandela was also part of the people who fought against apartheid. Okay, so let's get to the lesson of the day. So 4 things to know about this lesson is that, yes, we are learning about Nelson Mandela as a leader. And then by the end of the lesson, you need to know about Nelson Mandela's life, okay? We are going to focus today on his life, okay? How he grew up and things like that, okay? So we'll be discussing his qualities of being a leader, okay? Yesterday we did the qualities of a good leader. What is a leader? Then today we are looking at the life stories of leaders, okay? Which is Nelson Mandela, and we are focusing on his childhood, okay? Then tomorrow we'll look at how he joined the ANC, and then how he went to prison, and then how change happened, okay? So I want you to tell me, who are the people you are seeing on this picture? Who are the people you are seeing on this picture? One person to tell me, who are these people? Zoe?
All of the pictures show Nelson Mandela.
Yes, that is correct. So if you see a picture like this one, let me point it. Like this one, it portrays Nelson Mandela. So this was Nelson Mandela long before he went to prison. Okay, so this is also Nelson Mandela, and now this is also Nelson Mandela. Okay, so they all show Nelson Mandela. So when you see a picture like this, just know that that's Nelson Mandela. Don't say Nelson Mandela is like this. No, 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 no. People grow up, okay? Nelson Mandela was the first president of South Africa who was chosen by all the people, okay? in 1994. So he became the first president of South Africa in 1994, okay? And he was chosen by all the people, okay? He is well known all over the world for his good leadership and kindness to others. So he is known by his good leadership, which means he has good qualities of being a leader. So everybody knows him as a good leader, okay? And his kindness to other people, okay? So his childhood, Nelson Mandela was born in 1918, okay? He was born in 1918 in a tiny village of Mvezo in Eastern Cape. If there are people who are from Eastern Cape here, guys, Nelson Mandela was born at your province, okay? Eastern Cape. His father was a chief of the Xhosa-speaking Tembu people. So his father was a chief. So you see this thing of being leaders. So he learned being a leader from his father, because his father was a chief. So by seeing his father leading other people, he was also learning, okay? Nelson Mandela's father died when he was very young, okay? So his uncle became a chief. Mandela watched his uncle using traditional laws of Xhosa people. So he was looking at his uncle, how he was leading the people and using the laws, okay? So he was watching and learning at the same time, okay? So he learned that it was important to listen to other people's view, okay? So by watching his uncle, he learned that it's very important to what? To listen to other people's views, okay? So it's very important as a leader for you to listen to other people. We did talk about this yesterday, okay? The early life and education of Nelson Mandela is that he was also a boy. So Nelson Mandela was born on the 18th of July, 1918, okay? In a small village in where? In Eastern Cape, okay? He died on the 5th of December, 2013, okay? Nelson Mandela is no longer alive. He died in 2013, okay? He was named Rolling Shantla by his father, which means troublemaker. So his father thought Nelson Mandela would be a troublemaker. He named him Rolling Shantla. Okay, it means that troublemaker. And then he was the first member in his family to attend school. So out of all the kids that were in his family, he was the first boy. He was the first person to attend school, because in those days, few Black children went to school, okay? Not all Black children were allowed to go to school. So Nelson Mandela was part of those Black children who were allowed to go to school. At school, all Black children were given names, okay? So when you go to school as a Black child, you will be given a name, a white name, so that they can be able to pronounce your name, because saying Rolling Shantla sometimes is difficult, okay? So his teacher called him Nelson. So Nelson Mandela got the name Nelson at school. He got the name Rolling Shantla from his father, okay? As for Nelson, he got the name from school. I hope you got that, okay? After finishing high school, he went to Fort Hare University. It is in Johannesburg, the university, where he met Oliver Tambo and Walter Sisulu, okay? After finishing high school, he went to Fort Hare University, where he met Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, who became his lifetime friend, okay? The early life of Nelson Mandela, we're continuing. After a year, he was asked to leave the university because of his involvement to student politics. Okay, so after high school, he went to fourth year. But then after a year, he was asked to please leave the universities because you are involved in politics. Okay, so he was involved in politics in the university. After that, he went to live in Alexander, north of Johannesburg, where he worked as a guard at a gold mine. Okay, after being asked to leave the university, he went to Alexander. And then he worked as a guard, a security guard at a gold mine. He did not just become a president, you see. He started working as a security. In 1941, Walter Sisulu helped Mandela to find work at a Joburg law firm. Okay. His friend Walter Sisulu helped him to find work at a Joburg law firm. A law firm is where people learn to be, it's where lawyers are working. Okay, so he was working there. While working there, Mandela completed a Bachelor of Art degree at the University of Witwatersrand. Okay, at Wits, he went to Wits to complete a degree in a Bachelor of Art. Okay, Mandela and his friend and his fellow lawyers, Oliver Tambo, then started a law firm. Okay, after Mandela graduated, him and Oliver Tambo, they started their own law firm. Okay, I hope you guys heard me because we are going to answer questions now. I want you to tell me, Mandela has many names. Give an explanation to each name. Okay, these are his name: Madiba, Nelson, Rolihlahla. Madiba, Nelson, Rolihlahla. Zoe. Zoe.
Madiba was Madiba was his name when he became president, and
Yes.
Nelson was the teacher gave him Nelson, and Rolihlahla, his father gave him that name.
Thank you very much, Zoe. You are correct. Michaela.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Rolihlahla was given by his father. It means troublemaker.
Yes.
Nelson was given by his teacher at school. And Madiba was given by his father.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, Michaela. We have Minete.
Ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Minete.
Madiba was given once he became president. Nelson was from his teacher because they did not know how to pronounce Zulu names. And
Yes.
so and Rolihlahla was given by his father because his father thought he would be a troublemaker.
Okay, thank you very much, Minete.
Ma'am, may I
Yes.
please take Kahoot?
Kahoot.
Yes, in another lesson.
Okay, I'm gonna organize it, okay?
Okay.
I'll do that. Thank you. Okay, so guys, Madiba, as you all know, his surname is Mandela. Okay, so Madiba, it is his clan name. It is his clan name from the surname. Okay, so Nelson given by the teacher, Ruling Santa by the father. Okay, moving to the second question. From what you have read, what can you tell us about the way Black people were treated in South Africa at the time Nelson Mandela was growing up? Orabile?
When Mandela was growing up, all the white people didn't want to share the hotels with the black people. All the things that the white people had, they didn't want to share with the black people.
Thank you, Arabile. Thank you, my boy. Zoe? Zoe? Okay, Zoe.
People. So some people in
Okay, Zoe. Think about it. You will raise your hand again. Minenhle?
Ma'am, the white people were being selfish. They thought about themselves only because they thought that we had a weird color just because we were Black people. They never thought about us, how we felt, because I think Mandela thought, what if we are the ones who chased them out of the world, of the country? So as Mandela grew up, the white people still became selfish, became more and more selfish, and they never cared about us, and they left us in the dark. They never wanted to share. We never went to school, and so on.
Thank you very much, Minenhle. Let me get another participant. Who? Bandile.
When Mandela was growing up, the white people didn't like the black people. They were busy abusing them and all of that. They didn't want to share their stuff with them, and also they didn't want to be anywhere near them. They were selfish with their stuff. And as Nelson Mandela grew up, he kept on going until he was a grown man, and then he was fighting for freedom, and he was in jail for 27 years. And then when the new president got elected, he let Nelson Mandela out, and then it stopped there.
Okay, Bandile, thank you very much. Zoe?
so black people, they were always treated badly, and they had they didn't have nice places to live, and the white people had nice places to live. They didn't have cars, they didn't have proper clothes, and the white people had all of those fancy stuff and expensive things, and the black people, they were poor, and they used to live in shacks, and they and they never went to school because at they didn't have the right to learn things, and the right to go to school, and they were not allowed to go in a bus, and the only white people were allowed to be in the parks, and only white people could sit on the benches.
Thank you very much, Zoe.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys. From what you have learned, what can you tell us about the way Black people were treated in South Africa at the time Nelson Mandela was growing up? What I know is that few Black people were allowed to go to school, okay? And at school, they were to be given names, English names, okay? So, which means they undermine their African names. So you guys gave me a lot of information, which is good. I'm happy. It shows that you have knowledge about the subject. And the things that you said, we are also going to learn about them as we continue. And you were all correct. Thank you very much. So the answers are here. Madiba was his clan name, and then Nelson Mandela, then Rolling Hlanhla got the name from his father, and then Nelson from his teacher. Okay, and then answer number B is that only few Black learners went to school. Okay, that Black learners were given white names. All right, I hope we are clear. Why is Nelson Mandela a good leader? Okay, number one, Nelson Mandela studies so hard so he can help people, okay? He did well at school and he studied law. That's why he is also a good leader, okay? He became a lawyer because he believed that everyone have rights. He became a lawyer because he believed that everyone has rights, okay? That was quick. Okay, guys, so I want you to tell me the things you have learned today. The things you have learned today about the life of Nelson Mandela. You tell me all the stories you know. Zoe?
I learned more about Nelson Mandela and what happened back then when he was born. And I also learned that he was a very good leader, and he believed that Black people also had rights, not only white people.
Yes, that's correct. Zoe? Is that all?
Yes.
Thank you, Zozo.
Welcome.
Nenhle?
And what I've learned today is what the apartheid did when before we were even born, and what had happened in the past. And I used to join different sorts of Zoom meetings, and they actually taught us about that. Nelson Mandela divorced. I forgot his first wife, and then he married someone else, and he went to jail at 1965 or 1964.
Yes.
And yes, and also I also learned about, at my other Zoom meetings, I also learned about Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay.
So
Yes, about Mahatma Gandhi, we also learned about him. We learn about him as we continue. Where did you learn these things?
at my other Zoom meetings and also studied them, and also came out for school from the
Okay.
DC.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Mostly welcome.
Jordan?
Yes, ma'am. Nelson Mandela was a good leader because he was kind to people and and he was and he was very and he was a great leader. And he was also nice to black people
Yes.
and cared about everyone
About what?
and cared about everyone.
Okay. Yes, cared about everyone. That's true. Yes. Is that all?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Jordan. We have Bandile.
I learned about Nelson Mandela and his childhood. When he was young, then white people didn't want to share their stuff with black people, and also he was given a name at school because they couldn't pronounce his name, and he learned from his dad a to be a chief. And when his dad died, he went to live with his uncle, and when he finished school, he went to university, and they said he must leave university because he was studying politics, and then after that he went to Vets University and to get a degree, and after that he went to be a lawyer. Then when he was a lawyer, he thought it was unfair that white people are taking advantage of black people's lives. So he wanted to stop it, and he went to the president and struck, and then he went in jail for 27 years, and when he came out, black people had freedom because of Nelson Mandela, and he was elected the new president.
Thank you, Bandile. You have told us a life story for Nelson Mandela. I really enjoyed listening to you. It shows that you know the content very well, future historian. So guys, that's all for today. Tomorrow we will be learning about Nelson Mandela's political activities. What are political activities? What do you think are political activities? What do you think are political activities? What do you think we'll be talking about? Nobody home? Okay, so you should go and research about this. You should go and read on your textbooks, okay, about the political activities that Nelson Mandela was involved in, okay, how he joined the ANC and how he fought against apartheid government. Okay, so please do enjoy your next class, and then you can download these books if you do not have any on Snaplify. From me and the digital school, we love you guys, and thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Thank you for showing me that you understand. And thank you for being kind learners, okay? I love you so much. And then you should, don't forget to be safe, okay? It is dangerous out there. You should sanitize all the time, wash your hands, and drink a lot of water. Eat
Yes,
healthy,
ma'am.
okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
eminently. So please follow us. Tell your friends to follow us on this website, STEAM Digital School at africatingreek.co.za, so that they can join us in our lessons, okay? You can also email me on me96
Hi, ma'am.
mukwena at gmail.com, okay? And you can also get me on Instagram. So
Yes,
guys,
ma'am.
thank you very much. Enjoy your day. You can unmute yourself and say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.